Okay, for tonight's homework we're going to do page 13, numbers 7 through 16, and it's just comparing decimals. So when we are comparing decimals, basically all we're doing, we're just comparing numbers. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 7. We'll go through a couple of these, and then you will be on your own. Okay? So, I have 89 thousandths and 89 hundredths. Okay? First thing I do when I compare decimals, first I look at the whole number. Okay? The whole number here. I have 0 here, and I look at my whole number here, I have 0. Okay? So those are the same. So, now, if one of those would have been bigger, I would have known right away that that number is greater than or less than. Okay? So, I couldn't find any information there, so I'm going to go to my next place, which is my tenths place. Okay, my tenths place is right there. Okay, I have an 8 in this number, and I have an 8 in my tenths place in that number. So again, they're the same, so I need to go to my next number. I go to my hundredths place, excuse me, hundredths place, I have my 9 here, and I go to my hundredths place, and I have my 9 here. Again, we have the same thing. So then, if I go over here, this is a 0, and even though there's no 0 here, it's the same thing as having a 0, okay? So in this number, everything is equal, okay? So it would be equal for number 7. Okay, let's look at number 8. Okay? Okay, so I have 5 and 733 thousandths and 5 and 693 thousandths. So again, I'm going to start with my whole number. My whole number on this side is to the left of my decimal, which is a 5. I come over here and I look at this number left of my decimal. It is 5. Those are the same. So I need to go to the tenths place. I go to my tenths place, I have a 7 in this number, and over here I have a 6. So right away I know that this number is going to be larger or greater than. Okay, because this is a 7, this is a 6. So I don't even have to go any further. So I know the open end goes to the larger number, and 5 and 733 thousandths is larger or greater than 5 and 693 thousandths. Okay, let's do one more together. Again, all you're doing, you're just comparing numbers. Okay, this is number 9. I have 9 and 707 thousandths, and I have 9 and 717 thousandths. So again, I'm going to start with my whole number here. I have a 9 here. Go over here. I have a 9 for my whole number to the left of my decimal in that number. Okay, so that tells me I need to go to the tenths place. My tenths place here, I have a 7. My tenths place here, I have a 7. So again, those are the same. It tells me I need to go to the hundredths place. Hundredths place here, I have a 0. Hundredths place here, I have a 1. Now I know now that 1 is larger than 0, so I'm done. So I know this number, 9 and 717 thousandths, is going to be greater than 9 and 707 thousandths. Okay? So yeah, so 7 through 12, that's all you're doing. You're just comparing numbers. And whenever you run into one that's larger, you're done with the problem. Okay? So always start with the numbers to the left of your decimal, and then move to the right as you go through it. Okay? Let's do one more. I need to give you a erase real quick. Alright, number 13, you're ordering from least to greatest. And I'm just going to write these on the board here real quick. And then we will go through it. Okay. So I have these four numbers, and they want us to go from smallest to biggest, least to greatest. Okay, so I'm going through the same process that I did before. First, I wrote this vertically, I wrote it horizontal in the book, but I'm going to look at my whole number here, to the left of my decimal. Okay, and I can see in every one of these numbers that it's the same, it's 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so that doesn't tell me anything. So I need to go to the 10th place. Okay, when I go to the 10th place and I compare, I have a 9 here, a 9 here, an 8 here, and an 8 here. Okay, so immediately I know that these two numbers are smaller. Okay, because I'm going from least to greatest, that's what they're asking me to do. I know these two are smaller because these two are 8s and these two are 9s. So I'm not going to worry about these two right now. I'm going to find out which one of these is the smallest. Okay, so I go from 8 to 8. Those are the same. Then I'm going to go to my 100th place. 4 and 3. So immediately I know 3 is smaller than 4. So I know that's going to be the smallest number. So this would be the smallest. I'll just put a 1 there. Now I know, since these both are 9s and we were trying to determine between these two which was smallest, this is going to be number 2. Okay? So now I'm going to come up here. I'm comparing my 10th place, 9 and 9. Okay, I need to go to my 100th place. 0 and 1. So I know 0 is smaller than 1. So that would be number 3 and then number 4. So what you should probably do when you do it, you go ahead and rewrite these horizontally in the correct order. So you would write 2 and 830 thousandths. I'm just going to write them up and down just because I don't have space. So I got that one. Then I'm going to write 2 and 841 thousandths. Then I'm going to write 2 and 909 thousandths. And then I'm going to write 2 and 912 thousandths. Okay? And that would be least to greatest. Okay? 14, you're going to do the exact same thing. 15 and 16, the only thing that is different is they want you to do the opposite. They want you to go from the biggest or the greatest to the least. So you're going to do the same steps, but you're just going to look for the biggest number or the greatest number the first time. Okay? So that's tonight's homework. So again, just compare the numbers. Take your time to compare the numbers, because if you try to rush through it, it's easy to overlook it. That's why I went number by number. If you watch, I underlined it, compared it. Next one, underline, underline, compare it. Because that's what you're doing. You're comparing decimals to see which is greater than or less than, or to see if they're equal. All right?